What is up, you guys? Dorksnite here, back here with another video, and today McFarlane Toys has officially revealed their first six figures that they're going to be releasing for their DC line. And I mean, they've released them. These were leaked photos off of, I think it was Walmart or Facebook. I got them off of JC from Toy News Eye. He was the first one to post them. So we're just going to be taking a look at them today, and I'm going to be giving you guys my thoughts about these. But yeah, so anyways, there's six figures altogether, and as the assortment goes, they pretty much have a modernized Batman, so like the Batman from the comics, a modernized Superman, the Superman from the comics, and then they have the Green Arrow from the Arrow TV show, and then they have two armored versions of Batman and Superman, one being the Hellbat armor, which is pretty interesting to hear, and then you also got a Superman Unchained armor. I'm not exactly sure where exactly it's from. Well, I mean, it's from the Superman Unchained comic book. But I don't know, it looks pretty cool, but we'll take a closer look at it in just a second. We're going to start off with the normal looking Batman over here, the modernized Batman, and you can definitely see the Fortnite figures that they released last year. You can definitely see those, like that kind of sort of style inside these figures. You can see the articulation that they use is like those Fortnite figures, and I mean, looking back at the Fortnite figures, because I have done reviews of them on my channel, so if you want to check it out, you can go right ahead. But I wasn't that huge of a fan of the quality of the Fortnite figures. Don't get me wrong, the articulation was fantastic, but the main problem that I've seen throughout almost all those figures were the proportions. Now over here, you're kind of seeing the same problem over here. If you look at the chest compared to the head, chest looks way bigger than it's supposed to be, man. It could just be how this photo was taken. I mean, for all we know, it could just be a fluke, and it can actually look really good in figure form in while you're holding inside your hand. But I mean, over here, like even comparing the chest to the waist, where his belt and his trousers are, you can definitely see it. There's a huge difference between the two, and as much as I might like it that it's like as much as it might be the art style of the figure that they chose, because I believe it's supposed to be based off of Jim Lee, I'm just not that huge of a fan of it. Once again, it could just be a fluke, and once you get the figure outside the packaging, it'll probably look a lot different. But for now, that's my personal opinion on this. They're also going with the plastic cape as well too, which I'm a fan of that, and they're not going with the cloth capes. I don't know, I just personally like plastic capes more than cloth capes, so I like that fact. But yeah, the head looks a little bit too small for me. I mean, in terms of the head detailing, I think it looks good enough, to say the least. I kind of wish that there was more details inside the cowl, like maybe sculpting the eyebrows, giving him, I don't know, just more anger, I guess, because it just looks like an animated style Batman over here. But, just simple opinions. He does come with a batarang and a grapple gun, so that's also good as well. But I don't know. It looks really good in terms of articulation, which I'm happy with, but I feel like it's a step down, like in terms of accessories and just like the overall look of the figure. Because my personal opinion, I think that the paint apps that Mattel has done compared to this, I think Mattel has done a little bit better with the paint apps. But sculpting otherwise is a lot better. At least McFarlane figures already. So, anyways, taking a look at the next figure over here, we got the original Superman. Now, unlike the Batman, I actually really like how the Superman looks over here. This looks like a really, really awesome classic Superman. He's got the red trousers on with the yellow belt and the big fat Superman symbol. And this one just looks 10 times better than the Batman, in my personal opinion. This will definitely be a pickup for me. But you can see the head sculpt over here. I mean, in the photo, it could be a lot different in real life. But in the photo over here, it looks like they're using I wouldn't say it's photorealistic technology like Hasbro's been doing, but it looks very much like he does inside the comics. So it's not like they're using those like cartoony kind of things, which I like. So yeah, there's a lot of sculpting the head compared to the Batman one. I think this is 10 times better, and he's got the curl there as well too. It's a really good looking Superman. I'm really excited to get this one over here. He also got the plastic cape as well too, which is great, and then a big fat Superman emblem, and it looks like it's a different paint as well too. So it looks like that they are, for some of the figures, they are going with a bit better of paints. They're choosing better paints, because as you can see over here, he's got the shiny red and yellow compared to just a flat red for the cape and the trousers over there. But yeah, anyways, sculpting looks really good. Still, articulation looks absolutely fantastic on these guys. They're probably going to be way better than Mattel has ever done, which I'm really excited about. And he's also got the stand over there. But this one was a little bit different from the Batman one. The Batman one was just a black base, I believe. But this one over here is just it's just a flight stand, which is pretty awesome. It's clear as well. But yeah, as you see, based off the Jim Lee artwork, looks really good. I'm really excited to pick up this Superman one. This is definitely one that I'm going to need to get for sure. I'm probably going to pick up all of them and do reviews on them, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, this is one of my favorite ones right off the bat so far. And then after that, we also have the animated Batman over here. Now this one I don't really think was necessary to do because I believe that DC Collectibles, the other brand, the one that's direct from the source, not the Mattel or the Mattel brand or any of those guys, they've already done a version of these. And to be honest, if I'm looking at this and comparing it to that version, I'd take the DC Collectibles version over this any day. Now, DC Collectibles has been known to be, in terms of quality wise, they're known to be pretty bad with it. So it might be a good thing that we're getting this one over here. But once again, as I said, with proportions over here, man, this does not look proportional whatsoever. And I get it, it's a cartoon. It's not supposed to be proportional. But even for cartoon proportions, this doesn't look like it's ripped out from the animated series at all, man. I just got to be honest with you. If anything, you know what this reminds me of? This looks like it's something out of The Incredibles. This would look like Batman if he was inside like the Incredibles movie by Disney. But yeah, I mean, looks alright. The paint apps that they chose looks pretty good. Once again, he comes with the batarang and the grapple gun, and it looks like pretty decent articulation on this one over here. This one might be a bit of a step down just looking at it, but I don't know. We'll have to see what it looks like in person, and I don't know. This might be the most disappointing one out of all 6 of them so far for me. But yeah, that's just my personal opinion. We're just taking a look at these once again, just off of photos. So next one over here, you got Arrow from the Arrowverse, and this actually looks pretty awesome, to say the least. My only real issue with this are the arrows, the actual arrows, as you can see over there. They look a little bit too big. I mean, I don't really expect them to be like dead on with everything, but overall, I mean, the rest of the figure over here looks really awesome. I really like the paint that they chose. The sculpting detail looks absolutely fantastic, and the head sculpt looks okay. I don't know. I think that it might just be the photo of it right now, but it looks a little bit off to me. But good enough for a 7-inch scale Arrow figure. So good in my book as well too. Now, next figure we got over here is one that I'm actually really excited about. We got the Hellbat armor. We've been needing a figure for this for a while now. I don't think any company has done a figure of the Hellbat Batman yet. So it's awesome that we're getting this. It's a really cool suit, and it's part of a really cool storyline. This is when Batman suits up to go and fight Darkseid alone. So it's a pretty awesome costume, and you could probably get some great shots with this thing. And it looks pretty bulky, which it's supposed to be. I really like the head sculpt on this thing. That red details, the red lines going through all looks really good. The wings look like it might be a solid piece of plastic, but it looks like you can move him around by like his shoulders. So overall, I'm really happy with how this turned out, and this is definitely going to be one on my list to get. So nothing really much else to say about that. So let's move on to your next figure over here. We got the Superman armor. Now this is Superman Unchained armor, as we already talked about. And yeah, as I've said, I don't know anything about this figure or this suit, but I think it looks really cool, to be honest. I really like how the emblem showed up, the Superman emblem. I really like how the blue and the black looks together. The head looks a little bit weird. It looks something that's out of Transformers, but yeah, it still looks really cool. And the wings as well looks really awesome as well too. So yeah, and I think that's it. So that's all 6 of the figures that McFarlane has shown to us thus far. In my personal opinion on it, I think that this line has potential. But as far as what I'm looking over here, I think it's a little mediocre. Now, don't get me wrong, it is 100 times better than what Mattel is giving us, and it looks like that they're putting out figures that we haven't gotten yet. I'm really excited to see what else they're going to throw at us. Apparently, there's more stuff that's coming out. They're going to be giving us some more Batman figures, and it's going to be a Build-A-Figure Batmobile, and then I think that they said that they were going to give us a Harley Quinn from the Birds of Prey movie. So I mean, we're still yet to see that, but so far looks really cool. I'm really excited to see what this wave has to offer. Especially want to pick up that Superman, probably my favorite one at the moment. But quick ranking, what would I rank these 6 figures at the moment before I even get a look at the figure or get the figure in hand? I have to say number 1 definitely is going to be the Superman. Number 2 is going to be the Hellbat armor. Number 3 is going to be the modern Batman. Number 4 is probably going to be the Armored Superman because that one looks really cool. Number 5 is going to be the Arrow. And then number 6 is going to be the animated series Batman. So that's basically my personal opinion about this. I want to know your guys' opinions in the comments down below. So be sure to leave a comment. Tell me guys what you think about these figures. How would you rank them as well too? I'd also be interested in hearing what you guys have to say about that. But anyways, guys, like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate all. Thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video.